This episode of Off the Records with B Money and the Ocon Man is brought to you by DistroKid. DistroKid connects directly to TikTok with exclusive access to your TikTok artist account.
And what's new at DistroKid, you ask? Well, you can do unlimited instant mastering, distribute your music videos, and the newest greatest thing, Bandzoogle,
where you can build your band's website and store in minutes. And they have an app where you can post new songs and get paid.
And Off the Records listeners get 30% off at distrokid.com/VIP/tour stories. TOURSTORIES.
DistroKid. Get your music out there.
All right, let's start. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of
Off the Records with B Money and the Ocon Man. Awoo!
Awoo!
You're looking at me like I'm going to join in. I'm not doing that. No. Nope.
Stare right at him.
No, I don't join into howls because that's gang. That's just mob mentality. I don't know.
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, you know what?
I don't know the context of this howl.
I think we've lost the context of the howl. It started in like
That's
episode
a
2.
great Allen Ginsberg poem, by the way.
But you are the first person to actively say, I'm not joining in. Most people just give us like a dirty look.
Well, I do think he might be the first person that I gave creepy eye contact to when I was doing it to try and get him to.
Fuck me eyes are not going to do it.
Yeah. No, yeah, we decided because I'm the Ocon Man that it was like a Wolfman Jack situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So we howl.
I don't.
It made sense in your dream. I get it.
Yeah, it was a real 2025 decision, and we're marching towards.
I say keep going, but it's your thing. I got my own. I do a little growl.
Oh,
Maybe
cool.
I'll give you one at the end.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, baby.
I do a Roadrunner from the.
Oh, a meep?
I could do one of those, but I draw the line at a howl.
The howl is
I
aggressive.
guess now now I'm self-conscious about the howl because that could be interpreted as kind of like a what do you call that when you like?
It's a dog whistle.
Oh, it's a dog whistle.
It is a literal dog whistle, but do you are you
like harassing women?
No one's
Because think about
Super
cartoon. Oh wait, ladies and gentlemen, we have Nick Thorburn.
Close.
Thorburn.
Very close.
Nick Thorburn from many musical
Scrolling
groups.
on the Wikipedia.
One of your favorite? No, actually, I'm looking for my
Unicorns
sound
Islands,
effects.
Mr. Heavenly.
Unicorns Island definitely sounds like a Epstein-related.
Yeah. Unicorn Island.
I would go to Unicorn Island if you get to have sex with. Let me finish. If you get to have sex with a unicorn.
There you go.
Is it a unicorn a sexual term?
Yes. Someone who's
is
never had a couple are looking for a third, and when they find their third who's never had a threesome before.
Really?
Yeah, so that's a unicorn. So that's what's happening on Unicorn Island. It's mostly just group.
We get flown in to be the third person in threesomes, and everybody's just like, you see the disappointment in everybody's
such a bummer.
They're like, man.
This is actually
No wonder this place was so cheap.
This is a good movie pitch, actually.
Let's not even do the podcast. Let's just
Let's write this spec.
I have 3 laptops here. We can just start writing.
Let's go.
But yeah, Nick, unicorns. What are we, Mr. Wonderful?
Close.
Mr. Heavenly.
Mr. Heavenly.
Your drummer was the CEO of our podcast company, the #1 religious podcast company in the United States.
The Christian Podcast Network. Oh yeah, Joe Plummer was your drummer?
Joe Plummer is the drummer. He's not my drummer. I'm his singer.
Okay.
Yeah. Joe Plummer, you know him from that episode of The OC. He was in
Yeah,
an
you know,
episode
why
of
don't
this.
we have Joe on? Oh, I guess he's not out here. But we'll start
I
doing
love that
some
you
Zoom
guys
stuff.
don't do Zoom. Oh, yeah. Well, I love that you do. This feels old school.
It does. We have a no Zoom policy,
Love
and it just feels better like in person, and you can dick around.
For the flavor you guys are hitting, the comedy fun stuff. Yeah, you can't be over a Zoom screen.
Over a Zoom? No.
That delay and that it's so hard to talk over people or like know when to speak. It's bad.
It's really bad. And then I also like that, making somebody drive here, and then they could really feel like they wasted their time.
An entire day.
Yeah.
We need a fast turnaround on this one, so I want to make this so we don't have to edit it.
Good luck. You're
Yeah.
going to wind up saying some. We're going to wind up talking about like pedo hunters.
That's okay. I left all the pedo hunter stuff in there. What's your take on
But you're
pedo
anti.
hunter?
Well, I don't know what a pedo hunter is, but I like.
Oh, this guy's he's playing the game really good today.
Yeah, this is great. We don't like them, but we
people
also don't
that
like.
hunt?
But we also don't like pedos.
Gotcha.
But they're.
Who do you like more?
Well, that's the problem.
This is the catch-22.
Well, those
they're
guys
both so
have picked.
perfect.
They're a double-edged sword.
They picked the one thing that nobody can take the side of. Like these people are mostly. They seem very detestable. The hunters.
Are these the guys that?
It's like
spring
Chris
on-
Hansen.
But it's become like a YouTube kind of thing.
Yeah,
where
there's a million of them.
I think I've seen clips of those. They trap them in grocery stores and stuff.
Yeah.
They do that. There's a guy who he gets like apartments, or maybe he just uses his place, but he has guys come in Chris Hansen style, and he comes out of a closet.
How do you do that without like police? Like, so you're just doing citizens arrests?
Well, he has. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the legality, but he has like a big, strong guy who's like hiding outside and doesn't let them leave, so they can continue making their video.
I think that's the key to any successful person is having a big, strong guy.
Yeah.
I would love to have a big, strong guy.
I'm your big, strong guy,
Pause.
Sean. So yeah. Anyway, we talk about pedo hunters on every episode. And we're not going to talk about
And we're
it.
not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about that or
Yeah.
any of our other pet causes.
No, we actually have an interesting guest this time. I mean, all of our guests are interesting.
Yeah, but we don't have to fucking fill time.
This is
with
our
filler.
first. Now,
That's right.
isn't this our first like this is our first full-on like musician guest,
Yeah.
right? We haven't had anybody outside of the stand-up comedy world.
No, I mean.
Well, we had Ben Seidman, he's a comedy magician.
He's a magician.
Are you a magic guy? Do you like
No.
it? No.
No. Magic is not real. It's not real.
It is not
Yeah.
real. Honestly, I'm fascinated by magic, but I also love learning the secrets. I need to know how it's done. I don't have like the whimsy to like go on in life thinking it's real. Like
Yeah.
I've ruined many a magician's night or two magicians' lives.
You want to find out how it's done.
Yeah.
You're the guy that's like,
like
how'd you? Yeah.
Remember
has-
that guy, the masked? There was a masked magician. There was a show on Fox, and he would tell you how they did all their tricks.
yeah.
That seems like it's against the code.
It is.
was.
That's
It
why he wore a
was. And
mask.
So like all
And
these
then he-
magicians worked together to unmask him, and it was this guy Valentino.
Did they really? They
They did.
unmasked him? Oh,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. If anybody can unmask you, it's going to be a team of magicians.
Mentalists and magicians.
So you don't like magic.
No, I it's fine.
We have this theory with magicians. We think the reason why they became so obsessed with magic is to trick women into liking them.
No, I think magic. I don't think there's any. I don't think they hide that. I mean, isn't that the whole crux of like the game or whatever that guy?
The
Right?
pickup
Yeah,
artist
I
yeah,
guy.
the pickup artist.
The
shit?
all-
But he's not a magician.
No, but the guy who wrote the book went to meet the pickup artists, and all the pickup artists were magicians. Like, like, did you ever see like
Mystery.
Mystery,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mystery.
Yeah,
I
he
just
dressed
thought he
like
looked-
Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue,
Yeah.
but like significantly less cool.
Do you ever consider going by Nikki? Like
Mm,
Nikki Sixx?
My sister's kid calls me that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and that sort of now people just sort of happened in a kind of natural way. Sometimes that's like a nickname for me that just came out. I guess it's a
Nickname, get
nickname. Yeah.
it? It's a nickname.
I
Nikki
got-
is a nick. It's a version of a nickname.
Yeah.
Nicholas is also a nickname.
Damn.
If you
You
really
gotta write this down.
dude, this is just all off the top of
You're
my head.
burning
too,
this
yeah.
on the spot. You should be taking.
I
this
might
on the
not
road.
release this. This might I
Yeah.
might
Save this part.
take this to the stage.
Clip this.
But you have a new album coming out. What is the is it a Unicorns?
Nope.
What is the Unicorns a band
No,
still?
that-
Or
no,
is that, 'cause-
that's old. That but yeah, that's I mean
Okay.
it's old news, but
Unicorns put out one record in 2003,
okay.
and then broke up a year later. Had a reunion in 2014. Did a handful of shows, and then that was that. But Islands was kind of the main.
Oh right.
Like bowl for my.
That's your main.
That's my
thing
main.
now.
Yeah, but that's kind of sort of unofficially done as well. I've kind of put that away. I did that for 20 years. Our first record came out 20 years ago. We have 10 albums. But this is a new project called the Creem.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a new band with me and a fella named Mike Stroud, who had a band called Rat-a-Tat. I don't know if
Oh
you've heard
yeah,
of
I know
that.
them.
So it's our project together, kind of combining his tastes and sensibilities and style, and with me, a little dash of me on top. So.
to be fair, Brendan only listens to the "She's Having a Baby" soundtrack.
That is.
What's that?
There's a movie called She's Having a Baby. It's a John Hughes film. It's not a very good one.
Okay.
It's got Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth
This is a deep cut John Hughes movie.
McGovern.
Okay, every time I come here,
This comes
Brendan's
up.
listening to this.
I mean, it does happen very regularly. It is the record that I don't know. It's just I just put it on when I can't. It's like an appetizer to me starting to listen to records.
I mean,
sometimes.
it's got a good soundtrack.
It's great.
Love and Rockets, Gene Lives Jezebel, XTC, Brian Ferry, Kirsty MacColl, Everything But the Girl, Kate Bush. It's kind of bangers. I don't see why you wouldn't listen to this.
There you go. See, Sean?
Should we put it on? I mean,
We could listen to some of it. It's not on any streaming service.
this is such a
for some
weird,
reason.
shitty cover too. I mean, it's cool, but
Mixed drinks and mixed emotions in the start of a brand new life. All change, she's having a baby. As love is
What's your relationship with comedy? Because I know I first met you at the Steve Allen Theater. I believe that was the first time we met.
Okay.
Was at the Steve Allen Theater, probably like 2009, 2000. It was like right when I moved here, 2010
10 or
maybe?
11 maybe. Yeah, I had just moved here. I wasn't even officially living here at the time. I don't know how I got into the world of hanging out in that space. I think maybe it goes back to what I was saying with like music and my introduction to music and how I never felt like I was fully, I was kind of self-taught and I was just poking around at how to make music, and I think maybe I never really felt like I belonged in that world as much. And I always liked comedy. Kids in the Hall was important for me as a kid in Canada. And maybe I just felt more accepted in that world. I don't know. And so I think when I came to LA from New York, I'd met a few people in New York kind of near the tail end, and they were all kind of nice to me, these comedians. And I just kind of fell into that same or a similar scene or circle here.
You also make comic books too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a new one of those coming out?
I do. I have a new one coming out June 16th on Fantagraphics. It's called Pear Shape. Yeah, that's sort of in a humorous sort of vein as well, I guess. So that's kind of an outlet for me on the comedic side of things. it's like in the spirit of the like 70s underground comics and early 80s and 90s kind of alt comics
Nice.
stuff. Yeah.
Is it all black and white?
No, it's color actually.
Colored?
Yeah, I colored it in.
What?
Inside the lines.
Yeah,
Stayed inside the
nice.
lines. Good boy.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Where did
I'm coming off like a real jerk.
Yeah.
today.
What part of Canada are you from?
Vancouver Island is where I grew
Okay.
up, but I went in my early 20s. I was in Montreal.
Okay, all right.
What about Bob and Doug McKenzie? Were they a big influence on your life?
Not really. Yeah, not really.
They influenced the hell out of me.
Did they?
When I was in
I
Edmonton,
did, yeah. My friend, me and my friend Jerry Volpe watched Strange Brew every day one summer.
wow.
When we were like 10 years old.
I did see the Mackenzie brothers statue when I was in Edmonton, and
Oh wow.
and then that I've never seen Strange Brew, and I've only tangentially know what they are, but I did take a picture of it.
You got to watch Strange Brew.
I think
It's great.
I think I'm not gonna like. I think I'm too old now.
I love the story of that because the problem sometimes with Canadian art, I guess, is that there's this fear that it's going to get swallowed up into the American pipeline or system. So there's this strong government regulated enforcement to, it's called CanCon, Canadian content, and you're required to promote Canadian values, I guess, but also just make sure things have a Canadian. They're either, if it's on air, it has to be part of the programming has to be Canadian. Part of the radio, stuff you hear on the radio has to have Canadian artists factored in alongside the American stuff, which I think is a good way to not just become totally engulfed in American media.
Yeah.
But what happened, I think, with the funny thing that happened with SCTV was they were complaining, the network, CBC, was complaining that there wasn't enough Canadian content within SCTV, and they were like, look, we're all Canadian, minus Andrea Martin. We shoot this in Canada, in Edmonton. What more do you want? And so as a joke, they came up with Bob and Doug. It's like, oh, they'll never go for this because we're making fun of them. We're going so far in the direction of what they're asking that they'll get that we're making fun of them and they'll leave us alone. But instead it became a huge hit.
It's almost like they accidentally created Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, right.
I think you would like it. It's like it's Hamlet.
It's like Hamlet?
Well, it is. It's like a loose adaptation of Hamlet.
It's like Hamnet.
Oh, okay.
Hamnet. I still don't know what that is. Hamnet and what was the? It was like a cronut. I never saw one. Remember the cronut?
Yeah.
Everybody was going
Croissant
crazy.
and a donut.
I didn't want to know. Yeah, I figured that's what it was, but I didn't.
You never.
I didn't want to go. I was like, I don't want to know about it.
Well, there were lines. You couldn't get one if you wanted. There were lines around the block.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now
Would you wait in line for
Never,
food?
Never, ever, ever, ever.
Now, do you think that, like, when I drive past ice cream places,
Yeah.
right, and you see a big long line of people, and you see grown men waiting in those lines, do you think less of them? I think it's an effeminate thing to do.
Wait, okay. So you think waiting in line is?
No, a grown man waiting for
Effeminate.
ice cream. It's not even effeminate. It's like it's like he's not a man. It's not effeminate's the
Okay.
wrong word.
Oh,
Like he's not a grown.
he's a
He's not a
boy,
man.
yeah.
He's a boy. Yeah.
I think grown. Yeah, I think eating ice cream in public.
And then eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with a cone.
Yeah,
Just-
grown
and
man.
It just feels so sad to me. It's
Yeah.
such a.
And that this grown man waited in line for 30 minutes to get that thing that's embarrassing
Yeah.
to be seen eating.
I had a photo series in Europe many years ago. It was called Lone Grown with a Cone, and I would see it was I don't even think it was summer. It was maybe the fall, so it wasn't even like hot weather. But I would see across Europe. We were doing this tour. I would see men in every city, in every country, old men, young men, but mostly old men, in like dressed well in suits and stuff because everyone kind of dresses better over there. But they were all licking ice cream cones. And so I would just snap these candids of these men, and there was something kind of sad about it.
Now, did you take any upskirts when you were doing that too,
No.
just to balance
That's
it out?
my version of the upskirt.
yeah.
Cone
And
shot.
was this? So there was a. Did you have a site, Lone Grown with
No,
a
it
cone?
was via Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. That's
Conography.
So that's I didn't know about that. So we're definitely on the same page.
You didn't
there.
know about that?
I did not know about that. I
Do
really
your research.
waiting and well,
from
I think
20
it's funny that I brought that up. The
So yeah, so you just I don't like eating ice cream in public, but
Right.
I do like eating.
everybody
ice cream.
loves ice cream.
Yeah.
That's not the point. It's the waiting. Like there's just something when I drive past a place or walk past the place and there's a big long line. Number one, big long line. Forget it. I don't
Are you
need
talking
any-
about the one by Cheetahs? There's always a long line whenever I'm driving past the ice cream place by Cheetahs.
I'm thinking of the one on Hillhurst, but
Yeah, well, you know that whole fucking street is filled with places people like to line. You're thinking of Jenny's, maybe.
yeah,
Maru is a coffee shop.
yes,
It's fine, but it's always got a fucking line. Vandel is this new restaurant that just opened up, or a bar. People are lining up to go to a bar
It's
to
crazy.
get a fucking drink at a bar. You're insane if you're lining up to get a drink at a bar. Go to another fucking bar.
The other thing too is like I can cut you some slack if you're under.
24.
Yeah, like I was gonna say under 30, but no, you have to be
Yeah.
under. Say under 25, you can wait in line for stuff. After
Yeah.
25, you should not.
That's when I was most against waiting in line when I was young, because I just assumed I was too good for all that shit.
Yeah.
But now I'm really too good for all that shit.
Are you going to tour this new record?
Maybe. Nothing on the books. We want to maybe do a show, but we need to put a band together. We made the record just the two of us. Mike kind of steering the ship. He he kind of captained the ship with the music, and I kind of mostly we wrote about 3 songs together, but he was kind of the steward, and so I'm like singing on it. I'm kind of the Morrissey to the Johnny Marr, I guess.
Oh, exciting.
I'm not the Morrissey in any other way.
Yeah, so not a white nationalist.
No,
you
no,
do not
no.
support the National Front.
No, I'm inclusive.
Can I be in your band?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I could play bass.
Yeah, we were talking about this before you got here, is that Brendan would have to play bass if
That's
he was in a
fine.
band.
That's fine. And have the volume turned really low.
Whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Great.
like
You're
kind
in.
of a Sid.
How hard are the songs to play?
Pretty hard.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they
some of
like
them
complicated?
Some of them are. Some of them aren't.
Like bass for the bass?
Probably not.
I could learn.
You could probably do it.
Listen. I'll get the record when you get your advanced copies. Give me one for free.
Okay.
Wasn't
And this will be on
Rat-a-tat-
vinyl, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rat-a-tat was pretty thumping, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an intricate. Some of them are simple. Maybe we'll just start you off with a couple of the
I'm
simple
not.
ones.
You know, I have some. I could learn. I
Yeah.
could learn the more complicated stuff.
We could do the Sex Pistols thing where
Yeah.
you're the Sid Vicious guy on
Yeah.
stage.
You're making faces.
like a big fat Sid
Yeah.
Vicious who's old.
I mean, he
That's-
would have
nobody-
been
I'll-
one
I'll-
day.
I'll
yeah.
wear a chain with a lock. You
Yeah.
know, I'll murder my girlfriend.
Okay.
Right?
Don't do that.
What?
Well,
That-
one, he didn't. It was Rocket's Red Glare, from what I've read, and I've read a lot about this.
Sean reads a lot about 70s punk rock stuff.
That's all I really care about. And I
He's
think,
read 10 Debbie Harry biographies.
Yeah, I'm like just using AI to generate more Debbie Harry.
That's another thing that bothers me. The line in that what's the
In Rapture.
about Fab Five Freddy eating cars. I hate that line.
Well, it's actually the alien is eating the cars. Fat Five Freddy knows that everybody's flying.
I just don't like the eating cars.
That's probably the greatest rap of
I mean,
all time, right? Debbie Harry's.
I mean,
Have you ever heard the Honeymooners rap?
No, don't bring this up.
Eddie Murphy and Joe Piscopo.
It's unlistenable.
It's great.
Is it offensive?
No.
No, it's actually the least offensive part of the Joe Piscopo's album. But like, but I do. That is the funniest rap of all time. But I really love the idea that all of these people were so cool just 4 years before that they were like, well, I have to follow the new cool trend. So they thought that they should rap. So like, you have a bunch of like the coolest people ever 4 years later doing the worst rap.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I mean, like a lot of like the British bands. I mean,
The Clash, kind of, or Big Audio Dynamite.
Big Audio
yeah.
Dynamite and like Captain Sensible from The Damned had like his like
Oh, yeah.
rap song. Like,
And D.D. King, Ramones.
oh yeah,
That's
he
a
did a
good-
whole rap album. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should maybe we should do a just an episode with you and I again where we listen to the Fat Boys record.
We should.
Or we just get a random fat guy to come on with us.
But yeah,
All right, I'll put an
we'll
ad
just
on
go to the
Craigslist.
gas station next door.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fat guys, Sam Kinison was kind of a fat guy.
He was kind of a fat guy.
Great
like,
segue.
He was pretty fat when he died. Well, we got to get into the record at some point.
You know, yeah. You forced that in. No, it's funny because the algorithm, for some reason, and I'm not opposed to it, keeps feeding me Norm Macdonald clips on YouTube. It fed me one about Sam Kinison, him retelling the story. Oh yeah, that was kind of going around, right? That
Yeah.
the guy animated Norm Macdonald's
Yes.
story of Sam Kinison.
Yeah, like the
His final-
Australian animator who was doing he works on like that Smiling Friend show.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, and that was real popular a month ago.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, but it was really sad how he went out.
Yeah, he died in Needles, California, and if you've ever driven
I
into
know.
California, it's not where you want to go.
I've had this has been an idea of mine that it's hard to follow through on this, but I want to do a Needles comedy festival in August because Needles is historically like the hottest place on earth, like or it has the record for being the hottest place on earth mid-August. So I just think it would be funny to do a comedy festival in the hottest place that then there's nothing to do too.
Man, some people have $1 million ideas.
It would be historic. People would remember it,
They would.
and I bet you know what, people would do it. Comedians would do it,
Comedians say yes to everything.
and I'd get Frank's Red Hot.
so it would all be hot, like heat.
Well,
themed.
no, I've been hassling Frank's Red Hot, and I still own franksredhotcomedy.com, franksredhotcomedytour.com. I bought them all because I was on Twitter. I was like, I'm going to get Frank's Red Hot to sponsor a comedy
I
tour.
love Frank's, man.
It's
That's
the
my
best.
favorite.
It is. It's the best hot sauce out there.
You know who loved Frank's Red Hot?
Sam Kinison.
That's right.
I mean, speaking of Red Hot,
These segues. This should just be a segue podcast.
he's holding a
Come in on
a-
segues.
So this is Louder Than Hell.
And Sam, he was born in Yakima, Washington, which I've actually been to. I did a stand-up at a casino there. It was awful.
Okay.
But it's a very small town, so obviously his dad was like the pastor at a Pentecostal church there. And, died in Needles, California.
Yeah. So do you remember Sam Kinison? Like, do you?
Yeah, late era. I'd remember, seeing it maybe on Much Music or something. The Canadian
He had
version of MTV.
Wild
He had
Thing.
a Wild Thing cover that was like charted.
Okay.
Yeah, he was definitely
Because
in-
X also covered Wild Thing, and that's the one that's in Major League. And then there's this Wild Thing, which also charted at around the same time.
That feels like such a bygone era of like, let's cover this. It's a sure thing that it's going to be a chart hit. We'll just get you to sing Wild Thing.
Wild Thing.
Well, he was like right in the middle of like the late '80s, late '80s, barely into the early '90s. Like the hair metal thing was just out of control, and he was like
Right.
in that zeitgeist of the hair metal people. Like he was friends with all these. Like in that video, I think every
He seems
popular.
like a Sunset Strip.
He
kind of-
was,
Exactly,
He's like
yeah.
he like closed every night at the Comedy Store
Right.
and like lived in like the mansion above the Comedy Store. Was like a cocaine whiskey guy. So he has like all these pictures with like the blonde vixens like Bobby Brown, who was like married to the Warrant guy.
Wow.
So he was like part of that whole scene, the two scenes.
Yeah,
And I don't understand that.
yeah,
at
it was
all.
like rock and roll comedy.
I just know
Like
him-
Howard Stern was like kind of at his peak then, and it was all hair metal.
And
It's
now we
crazy.
have, what's the guy that did he did that pandemic comedy special?
Bo Burnham.
Now we have Bill Burnham.
Yeah, we have Bo Burnham. We used to have
Bo
Sam-
Burnham.
Yeah,
We used to have, it's like we used to have Jobs,
Yeah.
Cash, and
yeah.
at Hope.
we used to have Sam. I mean, that should show you where we're at.
But we do kind of have, like, wouldn't you say, don't you think the Rogan sphere is kind of a version of this, like, yelling hate speech?
They absolutely think they are, but
I'm sure Sam Kinison's a million times more
talented.
talented.
He's better, and I do also think he might be louder.
Yeah.
I am worried about how loud he's going to be. This is my trajectory, Sam Kinison. I know Back to School.
Yep.
Where he plays like a history professor who's like screaming about Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
I know he was on Married with Children, and he was also in that show, which I've talked about so much. It was kind of like Herman's Head, where he plays a guy's subconscious.
Plays a little guy.
A little guy.
Charlie Hoover's marriage has lost some of its spark.
Friday's your anniversary, and I've arranged for the usual candy and flowers.
But his alter ego knows how to rekindle the flame.
Down a bottle of champagne, jump into bed. Nobody gets hurt, unless you're into that sort of thing.
Jim Matheson and Sam Kinison stars
What do you think? Honey, it's beautiful.
Honey, it's beautiful in Charlie Hoover.
Oh, yeah, baby. Great. Now get up on that bed. Oh.
An all-new episode following a full hour of Cops Saturday.
There's a setting called Do Not Disturb.
I know.
Oh, when I text you and I'm parked, I'm here. Oh, I'm on Do Not Disturb. Doesn't seem like it.
I don't
I waited
know.
for 4 minutes in the parking lot.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's a scary parking lot here.
I almost bought some 70H. I was like, man, might as well.
What's 708?
It's the new gas station crack.
Wait,
Or
they have gas
or
station
heroin.
crack?
Or heroin. I always forget which one's which. But yeah, they sell gas station crack and gas station heroin in gas stations across this fine country.
Maybe you should get them to sponsor your tour
Yeah.
that I'm going to be playing bass on.
That's right. We should. And we'll get Frank's
Red Hot, yeah.
Chase it.
Well,
chase it with.
here's and just to sweeten the pot for you, I can also do a stand-up set to open the shows and play bass. So you
And we can pay you
I
once?
you pay me one check for
Okay.
it.
One fee, though.
One fee.
Yeah.
One fee 2 times.
Yeah, just to do this one fee twice.
Sounds like 2 fees.
No, it's just the one. It'll be the same fee. You just do it 2 times for every show. So should we listen to some of the, speaking of fees, should we listen to some of these?
Some of the fees tracks.
This is turning into the worst. I'm sorry, Nick. It's usually great, the show.
Honestly, I feel like the shitheads that listen to this are going to love this episode.
That's great. All right, let's get started. Good to get a recording of everybody shuffling into the theater.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sam Kinison.
There we go. Turn my headphones down just a little.
What's the
I'll turn
opposite
all
of
things
ASMR?
I know you're looking
ASMR.
at the sunglasses, you're going, hey, Sam, you wouldn't be high by any chance, would you? Nah. No.
If you yell, it's 10%
No,
funnier.
I wear these glasses, folks, because I'm blind.
I gotta say though, he was like this. He was completely original.
It happened
Like
in a very
he wasn't
unusual
just.
way. I don't really open up about it, but you folks are different.
I don't know.
So
He invented the
the
yelling.
fact that you laughed in my face.
Kind of. I mean,
No.
he has a whole thing going on.
Yeah.
I fucked till I was blind.
You have a bit like that.
I got fucked until I was blind. That was
I didn't
the
mean to. I
opposite.
thought it was a joke. I was with this girl. She said, "Can we fuck again?" I said, "Yes." We're going. Wait a second, honey. I am fucked till I'm blind. Now you dominating bitch.
Oh no, he's mad at her.
Oh yeah, great.
Wait,
you
were
get
you
to
not?
come and smell
You thought he was going to be like a
for the
feminist?
rest of my life.
That nice lady let this big fat sweaty yelling guy
Wearing a beret.
wearing a beret
And his long coat, too.
and the
He
long
left it on.
this penis hanging out.
Yeah. All right, I guess it's time to tell you what I'm really doing. I'm I'm going around the country. I'm trying to talk men, as many men as I can, into not fucking women in the ass. Well, I can see I'm not going to get a lot of support here. All right. This is going to be one of the tough towns, huh? All right. Come on, guys. There's other ways to hurt him.
Oh boy.
Is this the same time as Dice?
We only do it to see that look on their face.
This is 3 years before Dice's like.
Oh, sorry, honey.
Dice kind
Sorry,
of
okay?
filled the Kinison hole.
I swear
like,
to God, I
Kinison
slipped.
died.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is Listen, I knew what I was going to get into with Sam Kinison.
Yeah, no, I think we all kind of did back. You know, he's making me laugh a little bit.
What are you saying?
I think it's, you know. It's,
What do you mean I'm just trying to get back? What? I love you.
I don't know. Like
Oh, God, it
a
happened
guy
again.
just coming out on stage. Like the first thing on the album, him going, ah! And everybody cheering. It's just funny to
That
me.
is funny.
He has a good like hair metal scream. Too.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was the connection. You know what I mean? I wonder if they're like, man, you got great pipes.
I think they all had the same Coke dealer and they were all hanging out at the Rainbow Room, you
Yeah.
know. But it is a very rock and roll kind of.
He was like kind of
attitude.
the first rock and roll comic because like Steve Martin hung out with like the folk singers of like the 70s, but like Sam Kinison was hanging out with Poison and Motley Crue, and although I gotta give it up, CeCe DeVille from Poison has made me laugh more than Sam Kinison has in his life. Do you
we haven't listened to the whole album.
do you remember the behind the music where CeCe DeVille goes, "It went from the house of whores to the house of horrors"? And I thought that was the funniest thing anyone ever said on TV.
I tried to understand her, you know, but she had my sperm gurgling in her throat. She said, "Sir, I'm going to go to the show. Be sure to speak up. And tell my retarded son not to fuck with your act."
Timeless.
You may not recognize her when you get
guess
home.
he
I
had a
shaved her
heckler.
back. Still want to help out, huh? Hey, I'm just in that fucking mood, man. I'm sorry. Ever since we bombed Libya, you know, I'm just in that fucking tear everything up mood.
So he was
Blast 'em!
he was a contemporary of Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
Right.
That was just too cool,
I
man.
think,
American
I believe they
bombers going
started
to
in like the
Houston?
Yeah, in Houston.
Gotcha. So he went from Tacoma, or where'd you say he was? Washington?
Yakima.
Yakima, Washington,
Down to Texas?
down to Texas, because his dad was like a traveling Pentecostal.
Was he in when was he in Tulsa? Because he's buried in Tulsa.
Well,
There's
I'll
no
tell you
Tulsa.
when he was right now.
Well, he's there now. But why would he be buried in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Because that's where his mom lived. After his parents got divorced, his mom married another preacher and moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he lived there for a while. But yeah, he started in Houston with Bill Hicks, Ron Schock, Riley Barber, Steve Epstein, Andy Huggins.
Steve Epstein.
Andy Huggins, isn't he?
I'd
He's having like a
investigate that.
resurgence, isn't he? Isn't that the old guy that's doing? There's all these.
Oh my God! It is the
yeah.
old guy.
Yeah, yeah. That's Andy Huggins.
This is blowing my mind.
Yeah, I met him.
There's like this old guy who's like always on my Instagram algorithm, and he does like I'm a bunch of old jokes.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like a late in life bucket list type thing, and now you're telling me that he was a contemporary of Bill Hicks and
Sam Kinison, yeah, and he's been doing those old jokes since he was 20.
Was Sam Kinison was he actually a preacher at some point in his young life and like a believer, and he left
Yeah.
the faith or something? Okay.
Yeah, he was an actual preacher, and I think his whole family were preachers and very religious.
Well, I wonder do we know how Sam left the faith, or should we keep listening?
I think he just thought it. You know, he kind of was like, "This is bullshit," right?
Yeah, but I wonder if his mom.
I actually there is an answer on his Wikipedia about this. So. From 17 to 24, he was a preacher and was like kind of a fire and brimstone type preacher. And his brother said that ironically he had no stage presence and like could not make money preaching. And after his divorce, he lost the faith and got into comedy.
Weird. So he didn't have this kind of energy when he was a preacher.
No, which is wild.
Oh, that is wild.
I wonder if he went to the crossroads like Robert Johnson and like sold his soul for a little bit of charisma, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like that would kind of make sense of you do have a tragic ending when you do that.
Right.
I just sold a jacket at Crossroads earlier.
Be careful. Your soul is in the pocket, inside jacket pocket.
Honey, it's the guys. Now, they just called to say that they're all taking theirs. I was just going to take mine, because they're all taking theirs. Okay, I'll tell her. Yeah, she said no fucking way. She said the dick stays here. Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
It's the guy asking his wife if he could take
you do me a
his dick
favor?
with him when he goes
You
out.
see me
with
working
his
on the house next week and around the yard and helping out with groceries and shit. You do me a favor? Kill me. Kill me. Yeah, that was my neighbor. He's married too. Yeah, kill him too. Kill both of us. Shoot me in the head, run me over with a car, whatever it takes. I live in hell! I live in hell!
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it really that out of bounds for a wife to be like, hey, if you're going out with your friends, don't cheat on me?
No, yeah.
You think that's out of bounds?
Back in the 80s? Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the hair metal times? Come on.
Yeah.
You had to party. You had to have your dick with you. Well, I mean, I don't know what his
I've
point
been out
is.
of a relationship.
He's Sam Kinison.
Well, no, I wanted it.
Why are you-
I planned the
What are you
fucking
the-
thing. What are you talking about?
Can't judge Sam Kinison's morals.
I didn't have the courage to walk up and say, hey, I'm really fucking tired of sharing anything with you. A life, a car ride. Your voice drives me up the fucking wall. I come in here at night and I have to drink a 6-pack of Heineken to keep from cutting your fucking head off.
I mean, he really.
Hammerbag.
Oh, I guess his divorce was pretty bad.
I didn't have the courage to be that honest at the time. So here's what you do. You start doing lots of cocaine. Get into drugs, man. Just coke out, man. 2 or 3 weeks straight.
Coke
Just
out.
fucking don't shave.
that
Sell the
expression.
Should
TV,
we do
be a
that after
fucking
the show?
asshole.
Coke
They come
out?
up to you
Yeah.
in 2 or 3 weeks and they go,
Yeah, I haven't coked out in a minute.
I
Me
have
neither.
to leave you.
Sam Kinison might
You're
be.
not the man I
You know
fell
when
in
you
love with, all you want to do is
you see like you see comedy, like hyperactive comedy, or you listen to or you watch a performance by someone, you're like, like the most like sort of superficial read of something is like, especially if it's an old 70s, like a great performance, but they're super energized and excited. It's like, man, they must have been on so much coke. And it's like, no, I think music performing, you get it. It's like adrenaline from performing, but it does this kind of like cliche that anyone who's slightly amped up is on drugs. But he probably was on drugs.
He was.
Oh,
yeah,
he was
on-
1,000% on drugs. Yeah.
He was 1,000% on drugs. Like,
Which is kind of it is a shame that he died the way that he died, because he would have probably died within that year anyway.
But I thought he'd gotten sober.
I think they
Yeah, I
found there was a little bit of something in it. Like
But
a
wasn't
little-
that like
Everybody
the-
gotta have a little.
Yeah,
sober.
well, yeah, but I think he was cleaning up
That's
his
needle
act.
sober. That's what we call needle sober.
We should book a gig in Needles when we go
I'm
on
down.
tour. Let's do
I'm
it.
down. Put that in the notes app.
I can also. I can be the tour manager.
Done.
So
Mm.
opening act, tour manager,
bass player.
And one
bass player.
fee.
One fee, 3
triple-
times.
Now this is going to be a little off topic. I think we should. This is something that we did on the episode that we did by ourselves. Who's the most famous person's house you've ever been in?
Oh, this is good. Yeah. He had Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
He's got Adam Sandler.
Do they have to be alive?
I don't think so. As long as the bones
Yeah,
are
because
good.
you know what? Johnny Depp wasn't there when I was in his house.
So he might as well have been dead. And
I broke
the
in.
Johnny Depp I know is dead.
Yeah.
The Johnny Depp I love. From what's the one with the
Benny and Jude.
That's one with the scissors? Benny and Jim. Well, I was when I first came to LA, when the Unicorns broke up, I was pretty distraught. It was December, and my friend was living down here at the time. This was 2004, December 2004. He was like, come down to LA for New Year's. We'll go to there's a fun party at this house. And it was the house that Orson Welles died in, somewhere in Hollywood. So that was I mean, who's bigger than Orson Welles?
I mean, not only is that Orson Welles' house, but the house that he died in was also Peter Bogdanovich's house.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's the house that Orson Welles lived with him and Sybil Shepherd.
Oh.
and Orson Welles completely took advantage of Peter Bogdanovich, and it ruled.
Oh, great. When I went there, it belonged to the person hosting the party was the guy that wrote Heathers and Demolition Man.
Daniel Waters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Heathers.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, he's a really original writer, I would say.
Are those the only 2 movies he's written?
He did Batman Returns. And he's
I thought you were going to say, is that the only house of a famous person you've been to?
No. Well, but a follow-up question. That's impressive, but it doesn't. Who's a living?
One more
what's a
who's
close
dead.
second?
I'm big on the dead ones.
Yeah. Just go down the whole list.
One time I got invited back to someone's house. They were having a quote-unquote party, and it was the guy that made the guy alive. I believe he was in the house. He had a bunch of people staying at his house, and they invited us back, me and my girlfriend at the time, to the guy that wrote Hellraiser 2, I believe. And so in the house was this giant knight, like a knight in shining armor outfit, but it had Pinhead's head on it, and I think there was a skateboard in its arm, and it was a Pinhead skateboard or Hellraiser skateboard. But that house belonged to John Lennon briefly. I think he lived there briefly when he was out here for that Lost Weekend.
I don't know if I can count that one. That doesn't sound...
Really? We're not counting that?
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's true. I didn't verify that.
It sounds like there's a little game of telephone. I mean, that's
true. I might have to look that up.
Is there a photograph of him in there? All right. Well, John Lennon, Orson Welles, those are pretty big.
Right.
One that I think I left out from the last one, I was in Bradley Cooper's house.
Oh, that's a good one.
He wasn't there.
I love that all of the famous people's
They're
houses.
not there.
They're not there.
But isn't that the way? Isn't that kind of the way it is?
Worrying trend. Brendan.
Yeah, you're kind of like the Wonderland murderer.
It is. Yeah, it's odd.
You're like Forrest Gump, but just going to people's houses.
I should make
As
a
in
movie
that guy's
about
house. As in that guy's house. Did you have an urge to go up to the master bedroom, ensuite bathroom, and shit in the toilet and leave it for them? Because they'll come back like a month later. Like, what is that? They'll walk in there and just unexplained.
No,
poo.
I didn't. I did not do that.
Really?
I didn't want. The thought
Weird.
didn't cross my mind.
Oh, weird.
Maybe next time I'm at somebody's house that
Yes, that's
isn't
not
home.
I've been in Ellen's house too.
Ellen
DeGeneres.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Ellen DeGeneres. It was that house fucking rocks.
Turns out being mean to people pays.
It does, honestly. I mean, Sandman's house is great, and he's a nice guy. But honestly, to me, Daniel Waters is so impressive because I really like Daniel Waters.
Cool. You're not as
plugged in as you thought I was.
or you're not as vapid as Sean and I are.
Yeah, we both have notebooks where it's like every famous person's house we've been in. Like,
Okay.
We're like so excited about being in a famous.
What's the
person's
most
house.
famous person's house you've ever seen?
Like
Yeah, photograph,
On Google,
anything. Yeah, Google Maps.
One time when my wife's aunt was visiting, we took one of those tours and we drove past Lucille Ball's house.
Oh, wow.
Just get more famous than Lucille Ball.
You know, I stayed at, when I went to see our friend Ben, the magician, in Palm Springs, I stayed at a place called Indian Wells Resort Hotel.
Orson's brother.
Sounds... Points.
Yeah, that is a point right there.
Did you ever do At Midnight?
I didn't. No.
That seems like you should
never
have.
asked me. Never asked.
You should have had
you
your
would have been great
phone
on At
screen.
Midnight.
You should have had your people reach out.
Oh my God, we should call Chris Hardwick right now and get Nick on At Midnight.
Doesn't he live in the Hearst Castle?
He
now,
does
too?
live
That's
in the
right.
Hearst
Orson
Castle.
Welles.
Orson
Kinda- oh my
Welles.
God.
Yeah.
We have an in.
We
All right, let's get over to side 2. We'll listen to the first.
yeah, first and last.
Yeah, we'll listen to first and last. First one is Manson, which
Do you think it's about Charles Manson?
that's right up the street from me, one of the La Bianca house.
Oh, yeah.
You live right around there.
Yeah.
I had a theory that Manson or his acolytes were because you know the nunnery. What is it?
Oh yeah, the
Sisters of
like a big convent or
The convent.
Yeah, that place is amazing. Katy Perry tried to buy that.
Yes, and I think killed the nun. She had a heart attack.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
It was
and
so stressful.
like in court or something.
yeah, Katy Perry.
You know
seems
about
cool.
that?
I didn't know that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
She
Katy
seems
Perry.
cool.
She seems cool.
She's dating Justin Trudeau. It's like,
Trudeau?
that's cool. He's cool, actually.
You ever
Best
met
friend-
him?
Never met him.
Really? You're Canadian.
I
You
know.
never met the guy.
Sick.
Do you think Justin Trudeau's dad is Mick Jagger? There's the rumor.
I thought
of
they
that.
No,
were-
it's Fidel Castro.
It's Fidel,
Fidel
Castro.
Castro.
Mick Jagger.
Well, Mick Jagger used to date his mom.
Yeah, they had an affair.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Margaret Trudeau.
I only know the Fidel Castro thing, and he does. You know, I can see it.
She was a
I can
party
see it
girl.
too.
He does kind of look like Fidel Castro.
Too bad he's not as cool.
No.
Yeah. Right.
But that they were headed to the nunnery that night.
Is that where they were?
I don't
That's
know.
your
That's
theory.
That's just a pet theory because I'm always running by that house, the La Bianca house. I'm like, it's so weird that it's right next to the whatever the fuck they're called. Yeah, convent.
It's like I think it's a
Sisters of-
retirement thing for nuns.
Oh, okay.
I would love to go in there and see what
But
it's
if you're
like.
if you're crazy and let's go kill a bunch of nuns, because now we're getting off on a tangent, but it seemed very random the decision to go to that house.
A grocer.
There was not that seemed just like a shot in the dark kind of thing.
Because at least with the Tate house,
Yeah, they
Pulaski
thought
house,
it was
Melcher.
Terry Melcher. Yeah. I have gone to Spawn Ranch.
Oh.
where the Manson people, or where it was when I worked in Chatsworth. I thought that was a fascinating place to go check out.
But it's not. It's nothing.
No.
There's nothing there.
Isn't there a cave with some graffiti that's like?
Oh, I didn't see that.
I thought there was some graffiti from the family or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
These
all
are bad people.
they're-
We shouldn't glamorize this.
Yeah, I don't want to speak.
Yeah,
tell
if you're
tales out of
listening, if
school.
you're like a Charles Manson type guy, don't do all that stuff.
We
No.
disavow.
I think it's a real loser mentality.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's not off the records guys. Don't think that's
We
cool.
don't endorse murder.
We don't endorse
Serial
murder or
killers,
any kind of serious
cults.
yeah, cults. I mean, maybe some cults. There's got to be a good cult. I mean, are they all
I think some probably start with well intentioned, and then quickly
Then somebody
it turns
goes
into
power mad.
Yeah, it gets very into volleyball and sex.
All right, let's listen to Manson.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what Kinison has to say about it.
Did you see Manson's interview? Did you see that? Was that too funny? This guy is fucking gone. It's like 1986 now. He's been in the hole for 17 fucking years. You know, he was already sick going in, you know? Yeah, he's on a comeback. Yeah. Let's leave him alone and let him talk to fucking God. Oh, man, they pulled him out and they go, Charlie, why'd you do it? And he goes, I heard the album. I heard that goddamn White Album. Why don't we do it in the road? What do you think he was saying, man? No one will be watching us. And you're sitting there going, it's a fucking album! You were on acid, Manson! It's a fucking album! You would have got the same message out of the Monkees, you fucking dickhead. Don't you hear what he's saying, man? Hey, we're the Monkees.
Makes you think.
Hey, we're the Monkees. People say we monkey around. How clear does he have to say it, man?
He's not
That's
much of a
straight to
writer.
Clarksville, Whitey. It's the Monkees.
I mean, it's a whole personality thing that, I mean, it's almost, you could compare it to like Hedberg. Like he's got Hedberg could, I don't know who told me.
He has a comedic voice. It's very defined, and
Well, it's like he can say, there's a way he can say things where there doesn't have to be a joke.
Yeah,
And Mitch could do that.
It's the
as well.
rhythm.
Yeah.
he has his own comedy rhythm, but
usually there's a punchline with Hedberg.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not comparing him to
no,
Hedberg. But it's like there's.
No, you are right though. He does have a rhythm. I think all of his jokes have the same exact structure in it of he starts talking like a regular human being. Then he gets to a part where you would do a punchline and he screams the most obvious thing.
Yeah.
Or repeats the thing he just said. Screaming.
Yeah, screaming.
I'm in a fucking grave outside of town. I'm fighting death, hell,
this is Jesus.
decomposure. I'm changing spiritual form. I'm about to come into the kingdom of God.
He's kind of Beetlejuice.
I better go back because because she doesn't know where I've been.
I wonder if he,
I mean,
if Michael Keaton took some, yeah.
Yeah, it never would have worked, man. Been all kinds of press. Jesus gets divorced. Wife doesn't buy resurrection, you know? Just never would have worked. What a life. Wait, you think Jesus is coming back?
I think he was.
Oh,
I think
shit.
Michael Keaton was basing it on.
Kinison?
Yeah, he's skipping all the way,
I
huh?
saw that.
It's been 2,000 years? Yeah, he's coming back. He's going to be on game shows. He's going to be on This Is Your Life. They're going to go, Jesus, do you remember this noise? He's going to go, yeah, I can name that tune in 2 notes.
Sammy Davis Jr.
That's who Beetlejuice is based on.
Apparently, that was the original choice.
Oh, wow.
The what? For Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Was he? I can't
can't
believe
see
he's even alive then. Well, the last track on here is called Love Song, and I think I know what it is.
Is it going to be a Wild Thing?
No, it's like, it starts off as like, a quiet thing, and then he just starts screaming about how he hates the lady.
Okay.
I think it's like, starts off kind of like a ballad.
I believe you're right.
Should we just listen to Love Song?
Yeah,
Even
let's
though I've
listen to it.
spoiled it?
No,
Right.
yeah.
let's do it.
Listen, I don't think there's going to be a twist on this album.
Well, here's an idea. Like, we haven't listened to it yet. I don't know. But when we're on tour, can we do a cover of Love Song if
Absolutely.
it seems musically possible?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the band might not be able to swing it.
That's right.
I will definitely know how to play it on
Just
bass
you and me,
by
maybe.
the time
Yeah.
the tour starts. What's the earliest the tour would start? Early 27?
Earliest 3 weeks. We could get this shit going fast.
Okay.
got
I
a
can learn on
guy-
the bus. Well, it'll be a
It's not
bus
gonna be a bus. It's gonna be a car.
to the airport for the plane?
No, it's gonna be a very
For the private
old
jet?
car.
I do.
For the Unicorns Express, your leftover jet from
Yeah.
It is wild to me that
Motley Crue had a fucking
musicians
private
have it so much worse than comedians.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes, like when we're touring, it's like so,
yeah.
and we're like constantly complaining about. And
complaining. I remember talking about bringing some comedians out on tour, and they're like, "Wait, we're not flying everywhere. Wait, I have to ride in a fucking 15-passenger van." It's like you don't have to do anything but show up and talk into a microphone. You don't have to sound check. You don't have to do shit. There's
That's
so
the
much
give and
more
take,
work.
yeah. But the
You only
downside,
have to pay yourself.
What's that?
You only have to, like, typically.
Oh, right. You're not
Yeah.
splitting.
From
it
what I
5
understand,
ways.
you fly into a town and you do a couple nights, a little residency at the local comedy club, and like you hang out at the hotel or you walk around town. It's like, that sounds like a dream.
It can be good.
It can be
The
lonely, I
isolation of it,
Yeah.
like you don't have a friend.
yeah, if you're doing with friends, it's
If you're
fine,
doing it with
because then
friends,
like
yeah.
you wind up playing like stupid games and stuff like that. But
Right.
like when you are doing it alone, it is so
Lonely.
lonely and awful. And if like they also have these like awful things called comedy condos, where like the comedy club owns a condo and then you are sharing it with.
And
two-
condo's a fancy name for a
yeah,
shitty
it
apartment.
really
Right,
is.
right.
It's kind of like an apartment building next to a
Above
creek.
the- okay,
like-
yeah.
Yeah.
and like you're sharing it with two comics that you've never met with, never met before, or like
You're sharing an apartment
Yeah.
space. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
you
like
have
a
roommates.
3-bedroom apartment
Right.
with you and or at least a 2-bedroom.
yeah, and then like the headliner gets the main room, but
yeah.
and they're so rude and weird, and like I remember one time I was in Myrtle Beach and I was the headliner, and the opener was like 12 years older than me, and he was like a heavy metal comic. That was what he called himself. And I got back to the show because I like went and got McDonald's after the show, which was terrible. And I was in the comedy condo, and I walk in, and he just has like a bunch of cocaine, and he's doing cocaine on the shared table.
This
He
is
goes,
DMC?
This is the feature, and he's like, I don't share, and I'm like,
I didn't ask.
I didn't want to hang out with you at all.
Okay, this is worse.
Yeah.
That's worse than
Pretty as a bummer.
Yeah.
So this is the last track, Love Song.
Actually, I'd like to do a song I wrote for you. It's about a girl that I was in love with about 5 years ago. I had a lot of money. I just left a previous job and to go into comedy. And I thought I'd saved up enough money to last me a while. And I met this girl and I fell in love with her. And we went through all my cash in about a year. So I wanted to impress her, show her how much I loved her and how cool she was. I remember when I ran out of cash, she said, Sam, you're just not as exciting to be with anymore. Now that you're broke. And we found so many neat things about each other that I hate to see the whole relationship go to waste just because the passion's gone. Can we still stay in touch and talk to each other when it rains and maybe go to a movie once in a while?
Jesus, start the fucking song.
Yeah,
Right?
Still be friends? Would that be okay?
it's a long walk.
Or is this the song?
Or is this the build up and then he's
So
gonna
I
scream
think
about,
so,
like
man.
you're a
Get her,
fucking
she-
bitch or something
That's
like
an
that.
impression on me.
Sean, language.
But it took me
I was
about
talking
2
to
years
you.
get out of
I'm not
debt.
about to call boys bitches.
I wrote her this song. I think you'll like it. It goes like this. You lying whore!
Yeah, gets right into it.
Used me!
You called it.
I'm just lying under a gas truck and taste your own blood. Die! 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 I want my records back! I want my records back!
Appropriate for this show. Records, So
All right, there we go.
I got to be on his side.
Sample that for the opening.
Yeah, put that on the soundboard.
I want my records back, Sam Kinison.
Wow.
He really did. He really had a problem with the ladies.
I really hate when comedians are just like screaming about women. I don't like that.
Do you see that anymore though? Maybe New York guys.
And the Comedy Store I think still does it.
Probably.
But what I'm blown away by who he gives thanks to on the back of the album. It's Rodney Dangerfield, Lorne Michaels, David Letterman, Lenny Waronker,
Anna's father.
Yeah,
from Hot
father.
Dog.
Yeah, like crazy. Bob Seger. That makes more sense. Harry Dean Stanton. That makes sense. A guy named Fred Asparagus.
There's got to be some
comedian.
what do you think
Fred
comedian?
Astaire style.
Yeah.
And then the Hollywood Sheriff Department.
Probably let him go for some serious
Yeah.
shit. Harry Dean Stanton. He's friends with Slim Jim.
Harry Dean
Phantom.
Stanton was friends with Norm too. Like I feel like Harry Dean Stanton.
I wish I got to meet that guy. Not a real.
You probably would have got along with him. I think he was part of the Hollywood Vampires, like the actual one with like Harry Nilsson and John Lennon and Alice Cooper back in the day.
I like the other one.
Me too. The Depp
Johnny
one.
Depp.
Johnny Depp, the guy from Aerosmith.
Joe Perry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly, I think is in the new.
Is he in there?
No.
Have you
He
ever
should
met
be.
him?
MGK.
No, sadly.
I did meet MGK, Machine Gun
you
Kelly,
were. Where?
at a Golden Globes after party. He was swaggy. He's real tall. Like way taller than you think.
Okay. I mean, I think about him a lot, and I think I have the right height.
How tall?
I'm gonna say he's like 6'4".
It seems right to me.
I told you. I know
pretty
everything
tall.
about Machine. What's your height?
Almost 6'1". With shoes, 6'1".
6'1". Nice.
6'4", Machine Gun Kelly.
Told you.
Called
Wow.
it.
Yeah, of course I did.
He's got great height dar. He's incredible.
So the Creem.
The Creem, Creem.
When does that hit the racks?
That hits racks June 5th.
June 5th?
Friday, June
Okay.
5th.
And everybody start waiting. Now that's something I would wait in line for. A record release.
Thank you. Yeah. We don't have any.
I used to wait in line for tickets. I did stay outside overnight. There were friends of mine in high school who were big Rush fans. Oh, you a Rush guy? You're a Canadian.
Not.
Yeah.
Not.
They never really did it for me. But three of my friends were like really into Rush.
I like Rush, the amyl nitrate, the poppers.
Oh, yeah.
I like
fun.
that kind of Rush. No, I don't actually. That's very intense. Too intense.
Well, I slept outside. Or we didn't sleep. We hung out to get Rush tickets.
Right.
I just hung out with my friends. I didn't care.
And you waited in line?
We waited in line.
So you weren't in a rush, I guess.
This guy you should have been on at
Boy,
midnight.
you gotta be on at midnight,
We
man.
gotta get you on there.
We gotta hit up Hardwick.
Yeah, we got to get that show. We got to get it back.
Right. And then get me on it.
Pilot episode, you alone. Just get it set up by like
Feeling terrible.
Yeah, you do the
Hardwick
whole
just
thing.
throwing you alley oops the whole time.
Yeah.
And then we play a song. You and me, just a bass guitar situation.
Just bass.
Just bass and you
vocals.
a cappella.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Now, I never waited in line for tickets. I bought them at a record store before, but like
Yeah.
I did just wait an hour on Ticketmaster last week to get Olivia Rodrigo tickets for my son.
Oh, okay.
That's sweet of you.
Yeah, it took a full
Is
hour.
that the lady who played Jane the Virgin?
No.
You're on the
I don't
phone?
think I know
Is
who
that a
that
better
is.
way than on the website?
It's on the website, but they put you in a queue, and the queue was like 74,000 people long to get tickets for one of the 8 nights she's doing at the Intuit Arena.
I did that.
74,000?
Yeah, it's...
She should play the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, she should be playing stadiums.
Well, I think Intuit gives these artists sweetheart deals because it's a real information grab for the... They have like face
Oh, yeah,
scanning,
'cause
like
you
it's
have to-
all...
Yes.
You
there's
have to
biometric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I
And
think
they're
they...
getting emails.
What's that?
They're getting data. They get to get your email and they can
Well, and it's all...
send it.
It's all cashless, employee-less...
Yeah,
Have you been there? Is that
No, but I know the type.
Yeah.
The Toronto. You were talking
And
about
there is,
baseball earlier.
as like whatever, somebody who thinks they can still do something. Because I waited in that queue to get, and don't be mad, but it was Weezer tickets. But no. I was getting them because, they were
to make
playing
fun of them?
Yeah.
No.
To rip it up.
Well, they were playing the Blue album, which I like, but Dinosaur Jr. and Flaming Lips were opening for them.
Okay.
So I was really more to see
yeah, I didn't
Dinosaur
go to that
Jr.
one. And
Those guys, I mean, it was a
you-
shame that those guys, I felt bad for Dinosaur Jr., a band of that stature playing on a stage with just like the house lights still on at fucking 7:30 or whatever, but while people are like, it's a 1/8 filled arena.
Right.
And
It's
and
always
it's
a bad-
fucking one of the best bands ever.
But the package tour is like the thing now. It's just what, especially with these legacy acts. Like, we'll just package you guys up, and then we'll be able to play the Greek or whatever.
Yeah, I like. There's, you know that boy. He's a boy. He's 19. He's really tall. His name's Sombr.
Oh, I've seen it written.
Interpol's opening for his, like, he's a pop guy. He's doing an arena.
He's a
tour.
boy. You said he's a pop boy.
He's a pop boy. He's like just a really tall guy.
Is it Donald Trump's
Wait,
son?
guess
Is
how
that-
tall. Guess how tall. Just guess
Okay.
based on vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on vibes. I
6'8", 6'7", between 6'7" and
6'7". What are you?
6'7", I'm going to say.
he says he's 6'7".
Oh!
But
Dude, I got to get a job with like a carnival. Where do you guess heights?
You should get a job in government. I think.
Yeah, that's
or
actually-
Intuit Dome.
Intuit Dome.
and Somber's playing there with Interpol. And you love Sombr now.
I just love how tall he is.
He is tall.
I love that. If I ever get to meet, if I'm ever at his house, that'll be the first thing I say to him if he's there.
Well, he was on SNL when Nikki was hosting, and like I was in her green room and he like she sent him flowers, and he came in, and this is why I think he's a boy. He like came into the room, and it was just me and Nikki's
He had a
assistant.
pacifier and a bonnet.
No, he was like, "Hello, Nikki's team. Thank you so much for the flowers. Can you please pass it on to her?" And like he talked like a boy, like he was like
good
nervous.
manners, though.
Yeah, it was. It was so kind.
Was he
He was
have-
really nice, and
Is he on the spectrum or something?
no, he's just
Okay.
19. He's
Oh.
and I think he's a sex symbol.
Do you know who Tortoise is?
Yeah.
His dad is I think John Herndon from Tortoise.
Whoa.
Yeah, which is like an experimental
Yeah.
Chicago post rock band going back to
At Coachella, you brought
John
up
Hughes the third.
Billy Corgan, and that was a big deal for Billy Corgan, I think, to perform for teenagers. That's what Coachella is now. Is a bunch of like
Yeah.
a young artist bring out an older
Right.
artist to be like,
Drag their corpse
yeah,
out.
I was a fan.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet David Lee Roth or Eddie Van Halen?
No.
All right.
That would have been great.
That would have been great. You know, next time,
Yeah.
have some, like, just make it up.
You mean on the karmic cycle of like on my next time
No,
on
next,
Earth?
you're on this, you're doing the podcast again next week.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I thought we were just going to roll it
get
over
it
because
right.
it's like what, a 12-hour?
This is 12 hours now.
Podcast,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sorry for taking so much.
Yeah,
of your time.
no. So you have the album, the Cream, coming
Cream.
out June 5th.
Taste of Cherry.
And your comic
June
book.
5th, comic book, Pear Shape. We're getting a fruit. It's a little fruity. I didn't mean to do that, but Pear Shape is June 16th.
That's great. And Fantagraphics, my favorite One of my favorite comic
Really?
book publishers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're the
Peter
best.
Bagg is like
yeah,
a
hey,
huge
that's how
thing.
I got in. That was my entry, kind of my entryway into alt. I was into like the superhero stuff and Hate and 8-Ball and all that stuff from that era of Fantagraphics.
Johnny Ryan's stuff, the Angry
Yeah,
Youth.
Johnny Ryan's great. Yeah, he was, I think, a Washington guy too.
He lives here.
Yeah.
Brenda's best friend.
Oh, yeah?
Ryan.
No, he's cool. Yeah, he's great.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us all day.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And yeah, everybody go get Nick's stuff. And this is for B Money and the
Ocon Man. That was off the records. Ow!
Ow! Come on. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I went low for you guys.
Thank you.